There's a certain impression you can get when you read the only 3 Psalms in the Bible that directly say that God laughs. Moreover, the way that it describes God laughing is derisive. That is, he's mocking his enemies. He's laughing at someone's downfall. And instinctively, that doesn't seem consistent with the character of God. Now, I don't want to get into the whole open theism debate. I don't believe that. So I do want to examine it a little further to really see the personality of God come through in those verses. So the 3 verses in question are Psalm 2, verse 4, Psalm 37:13, and Psalm 59:8. The one enthroned in heaven laughs. The Lord scoffs at them. But the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he knows his day is coming. But you, O Lord, laugh at them. You scoff at all those nations. It's easy to walk away from these verses with the impression that God is being boastful. Using God is love as our guiding principle. Love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love does not boast. We know that can't be the whole picture. I'll put the results of the word study I did up on screen and in the description in case anybody's interested. But what I want to focus on is anthropomorphism. So obviously this is speaking of God in human terms. Basically the psalmists are saying God will have the last laugh or God is not mocked. We can be confident this is anthropomorphism because laughter is an embodied response. It's something physiological, and until the incarnation, God didn't have physiology to contend with. There are a few different theories of laughter, one being superiority theory. So when it becomes apparent to somebody, it comes to the forefront of their mind that they are better than somebody else is an idiot, somebody else is lesser than them, it triggers a laugh response. This may be why you laugh when somebody else is the butt of the joke. There's also the nervous energy theory. So the idea that nervous energy builds up and is released. And then there's the benign violation theory, which posits that there's confusion created when simultaneously we register that some rule has been broken or some expectation has been violated, but also no harm has been done. When those occur simultaneously, then it triggers a laugh response. There's also thought to be social dimensions to laughter. We laugh more with other people and harder usually as well. There's thought to be survival benefits to laughter. It kind of serves as a tension release. It's physiologically healthy. And there's also an element of distance in laughter, where things that aren't as close to home tend to be what make us laugh, and things that are too close to home are what prevent our laughter. But we know that these don't apply to God because he doesn't have a superiority complex. He doesn't get confused. He doesn't have any survival mechanisms that are needed. So you can get kind of the wrong picture in your mind if you try and read this totally literally as God laughing. The through line to these verses is God laughing from a place of security. That is, his enemies think they've won, but nah. His victory is secure, and therefore he can celebrate. He laughs in the face of danger. The picture that I find most helpful to look at is in the book of Job in the latter chapters, where God is addressing Job directly. So the 3 figures that he compares himself to are the ostrich, the horse, and Leviathan. So the ostrich scoffs at the horse and rider. because they're trying to chase him down, and he's so secure in his speed that it's laughable. The horse is laughing at danger because he's so secure in his strength. Leviathan is laughing at somebody trying to stab him with a spear because it's a laughable attempt to get through his impenetrable hide. The idea there is, if these creatures laugh in the face of danger because they are so secure, how much more the source of their security. As an added layer, I'd want to go back to those theories of laughter, because I believe that God's laughter also serves as a signal to us. In terms of the social aspects of laughter, God's laughter gives us permission to laugh. If we're on the same team, then just as God is laughing in his own security, we can also laugh in the security that he provides us. Just as there is a distance element to laughter, we can have the perspective that not everything has to be close to home because no problem is everlasting. And just as laughter serves as a signal of relief, it allows us to rest in the security that God provides. So in terms of interpreting God's laughter, it's not boastful, it's secure. It's the type of joyful laughter that is triggered from a place of deep security and knowing that vindication is coming. And moreover, it gives us permission to laugh in the face of danger, uncertainty, the trials that we face, because we know in whom we're secure. And that's my rabbit hole for the week. Thanks for listening.